Hey guys, what is going on? It's Justin from Vonix Entertainment and welcome to this week's Xur location video in Destiny 1. So, Destiny 1 this week, Xur is over in the tower and he is over by Lord Shaxx. So if you just go down the main part of the tower and right next to Shaxx, yeah, actually it's next to the Crucible Quartermaster, but right next to him, you're going to find Xur right over here. So Xur this week is selling for his legacy engram a primary engram. So if you're missing any primary weapons from year 1 or 2 that you would like to get in year 3, you can go ahead and get them for 31 strange coins. However, this does not include any weapons that you would get from a raid or a... This does not include any weapons you would normally get for a raid or anything like that. So it does not include the exotic raid weapons, it does not include a quest weapon. So if there are exotics that you needed to have a quest for, which actually I don't believe there's any primaries that have exotic quests anymore, but you would not be able to get those. So you can get all of them besides the raid primary weapons, as well as also the weapons that were not in year 1 or 2. So, Xur this week is selling for the Titan engram, for the Titan helmet. He is selling the Eternal Warrior helmet. Now, the Eternal Warrior helmet is actually a really good helmet if in the Crucible. It's not very useful in PvE, simply because you're not going to be in a situation that you're very likely to die all the time. But it gives you the Unstoppable for Fist of Havoc. What this means is while you are in the animation for Fist of Havoc, you are going to be a lot harder to kill. Instead of taking 2 golden gun shots to kill you while in Fist of Havoc, in Crucible, well, 1 golden gun and a little bit extra, instead of just that, it's going to take 2 full golden gun shots, as well as also maybe a little bit extra after that. But it does help you stay alive quite a bit. It makes it a lot harder for you to die whenever you are in that animation, just meaning that if you're already on low health and you do a Panic Titan smash attack, you're more than likely not going to really be killed during that attack. So that's really nice about that. For the Hunter class, he's selling the Crest of Alpalupi. Now the Crest of Alpalupi is probably one of the best ones for trials, in my opinion, simply for supers generate an extra orb of light, which is great. If you're in Crota on hard mode, you need those orbs of light to help people stay alive. So generating an extra orb of light is very nice for that, as well as also you revive your teammates faster and they revive you faster whenever you have this on. From going from about 3 seconds to about 1.5 seconds. It's really nice to have that. For the Warlock, he is selling the Ram helmet. Now the Ram helmet increases your armor and all Voidwalker melee attacks trigger lifesteal on hit. So this just means that while you have this on, it doesn't matter what your subclass is, you're going to have increased armor, meaning you're going to be more resilient to damage, making it more likely that you're going to survive with this helmet on. As the second part, Voidwalker melee attacks trigger lifesteal on hit. That means all Voidwalker melee attacks will trigger the lifesteal, meaning you're just going to get health back from hitting a melee attack. That's something that's really nice to have, and why the Ram is really useful in things like Crucible and even PvE in raids and everything. And then Xur's weapon of the week this week is the Last Word hand cannon. Now the Last Word hand cannon, if you don't already know, it is such a great hand cannon to have. So it has fan fire, which means that you can just hold down the trigger and it's just going to fire for it. And it's really nice. Then it has soft ballistics, smart drift control, or aggressive ballistics. I would highly recommend keeping it on soft ballistics, just because that's going to help it kind of have a more stable recoil pattern. And then hip fire. So this perk, as well as the Last Word perk, makes you want to only have this out with firing from the hip. I know it's very difficult to get used to, but you want to fire this weapon from the hip. It's very difficult to get used to just because every other weapon you want to aim down the sights to fire because it's more accurate. This one, it's actually better for you to fire from the hip. So you use hip fire and last word, improve stability and target acquisition when firing from the hip. You are going to just shred through people at close to medium close range. And then it has single point sling, high caliber rounds, and perfect balance. I highly recommend going with perfect balance. It's just going to keep it going stable, and it's going to barely give you any recoil. So you want fire from the hip at them and just hold down the trigger whenever they're at a close to medium close range. And then I'll just show you its two little ones. This is kind of a Wild West, and this one is more just kind of a, it's been thrown in the mud over and over again. But then there's two weapon bundles of the week this week are the Invective and Storm's Reproach, which kind of makes it look like magma's cracking underneath the gun. And it honestly looks really nice because also the magma kind of glows and fades. So it kind of moves a little bit. It's a little bit animated. And then the Telesto in Queen's Command, which is purple Telesto. Looks pretty nice. And then Xur is also selling the Emerald Coil and the Stealth Drive. So if you're wanting to have a green or a red trail on your Sparrow, you need to get a blue Sparrow from either Amanda Holiday, the Crucible Quartermaster, or the Vanguard Quartermaster. And then you want to buy one of these and have the blue one equipped and use one of these to upgrade it to a legendary Sparrow, and it will have whatever trail you gave it. So it'll either have an a green trail for Emerald Coil, red trail for Stealth Drive, and it looks really nice and not many people have it out there. So it's something that kind of sets you apart. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like down below and comment on what you would like to see Xur sell next week. If you're looking for the Destiny 2, Xur location video, there's a link down in the description below on where you can go to view that. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.